His last fight, Cepeda. His last fight. You don't know how many people are talking about him on every scale level.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez have finally come face to face in what many are calling one of the most intense moments in recent boxing memory. What happened during this seated face-off shocked the entire boxing community. These two unbeaten champions did not stick to routine pre-fight respect or small talk. People say the tension inside that room was extremely heavy and impossible to ignore. Both fighters made it very clear that this matchup means far more than just a title. According to eyewitnesses who were present during the face-to-face moment, Shakur Stevenson reportedly stared straight into Teofimo Lopez's eyes and said something that instantly sent a wave of fear through everyone in the room.
So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Teo his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like, he like a baby Roy, like he like doing things with his hands down, flashy. I thought it was cool, so it kind of made me want to get in a ring with him and see if he could do them things against my style.
Reports claim Shakur said that January 31st would be the night Teofimo's entire legacy falls apart, and that both he and his father would be left in tears once every weakness is exposed. He made it clear this is not Lomachenko and not Josh Taylor, but a completely different challenge that Teofimo has never faced before. Those words spread quickly across social media, with fans reacting strongly to Shakur's calm confidence and sharp focus during the face-off. Still, Teofimo Lopez did not stay silent and was not willing to let those comments slide. What he reportedly said in response has only increased the hype around this huge January fight at Madison Square Garden. Before revealing what Teofimo fired back, his father Teofimo Sr. made several shocking remarks that turned up the tension even more just moments before the seated face-to-face between the fighters. Teofimo Sr. is also said to have gotten into a heated argument with members of Shakur's team.
In his game too, and something that he said earlier, he said, Teo never lost to Southpaw. Well, I never lost to Orthodox. So it ain't no different, but
the difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did either.
According to people who were in the room, Lopez Sr. reportedly said that Shakur has never faced anyone like his son, and claimed Teofimo has beaten elite fighters while Shakur has only fought average opponents. He stressed that there are clear levels in boxing, and said the world would see those levels clearly on January 31st. While Shakur's team appeared to ignore the comments, publicly sources say Stevenson was extremely angry inside and was eager for the chance to respond himself. This moment stood out because the relationship between Teofimo Sr. and Shakur has been getting worse for months, with both sides exchanging insults through interviews and social media. Many fans believe Teofimo Sr. is trying to get into Shakur's head before the fight even starts, using mind games to build pressure and frustration. The boxing world has been waiting for this face-to-face meeting since the fight was officially announced in December, with fans hoping the encounter would reveal which fighter holds the mental advantage.
Mistake me for
but but
I was cheering for you, bro.
Who you? Ain't you?
I was cheering for you.
You were?
Yeah, for sure.
I bet.
I wanted you to win so I could be the person who beat you.
What's the issue between you and Buddy?
For sure.
I'm gonna give you your first loss.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I promise you you're not.
All right, bet.
Surprisingly, the seated face-to-face meeting revealed something that many boxing experts did not expect from either fighter at this point. According to several witnesses who said they were inside the room during the encounter, Shakur Stevenson reportedly stayed completely calm from start to finish. One source who chose to remain anonymous explained that Shakur never blinked and kept his eyes locked on Teofimo with a look that suggested he already knew how the fight would unfold. The source added that it was unsettling to watch, and it was clear that this calm confidence was starting to get under Teofimo's skin.
Man, he talks crazy about black people. He talk crazy about Puerto Ricans. Man, he gonna pay for it. He gonna pay for it January 31st. It's time to show him what the level is. I don't think he realized what the level is, so I can't wait to show him.
Let's take a step back, guys. Shakur, he's saying that a lot of the pressure is on you in this fight.
These reported details matter even more now because they point to Shakur possibly winning the first mental battle between two top-level champions. Many boxing experts agree that psychological pressure is a major factor in fights like this, and the fighter who gains mental control often carries that edge into fight night. Sources say that during the face-to-face meeting there were multiple moments where the tension nearly turned physical before security and event staff stepped in. People familiar with the situation claim there was one specific moment when Teofimo leaned forward during the seated encounter and said something that caused Shakur's entire team to jump to their feet.
The things that Teofimo is coming out with, I don't think Shakur knows even what to say or reply to it. I wouldn't even want to repeat the stuff that he's saying, but he's making some really, really fruity comments. But I suppose that's one way to get in your opponent's head. But I think that's a great fight.
Reports say Teofimo allegedly said that Shakur talks about being elite, but deep down he is not built like him, and that he breaks fighters mentally before ever touching them physically, and even told him to ask Lomachenko how that feels. Fans online have analyzed and debated this comment, seeing it as Teofimo trying to compare himself to the legendary fighters he has already defeated. The most intense moment of the face-to-face came when both fighters were asked directly about their strategies for January 31st. Sources with knowledge of the conversation claim that Shakur Stevenson reportedly explained in detail how he plans to take apart Teofimo Lopez. One person close to the situation said that Shakur told Teofimo straight up that he has seen all his weaknesses and that every time Teofimo faced a boxer who could move he struggled, adding that Lomachenko didn't throw punches for 6 rounds and he still couldn't finish him, and that Stevenson is 100 times better than that version of Lomachenko.
And all the things that I learned from every fighter that I face to now put it on display against Shakur Stevenson. And that is what I'm looking more forward to than anything else. Everybody else, listen, it's just horse. Excuse my language.
Reported statements have not been fully confirmed through publicly released video, but several independent sources say similar versions of the exchange occurred. What makes this even more intense is that Shakur reportedly targeted not only Teofimo's boxing skills, but also his mental state and stability. Fans who follow both fighters closely know that Shakur had previously called Teofimo crazy and hinted that something might be off mentally. During the face-to-face meeting, sources say Shakur allegedly repeated and intensified those comments in a very direct and uncomfortable way. One witness reportedly said that Shakur looked at Teofimo and said something like, "I think you have some mental issues to work through, and January 31st is not a therapy session, it's a boxing match, and I'm going to expose everything that's broken about you." These personal attacks went far beyond normal boxing trash talk, and many in the room reportedly felt that the comments crossed the line.
It's all there, but I didn't focus on him. I was focused on what's next, trusting my power team, trusting on my team and what can do and who could we fight next. Shakur decided, he initiated, let's go up to...
Supporters of Shakur have taken to social media to defend his approach, saying Teofimo has made plenty of controversial statements himself and is getting what he deserves. One enthusiastic Shakur fan reportedly tweeted that Teofimo has been talking recklessly about everyone for years, and now that someone is standing up to him and his father, people act like Shakur went too far, and added that this was long overdue. Another fan wrote with excitement that the face-to-face was everything they hoped for, and that Shakur looked like a stone-cold assassin, while Teofimo was trying too hard to act tough, and that body language doesn't lie with Shakur already winning round 1. On the other hand, Teofimo Lopez supporters have been just as vocal defending their fighter and dismissing Shakur's confidence as overconfidence that could backfire. One Team Lopez fan said that Shakur can talk all he wants while sitting in a chair, but it remains to be seen if he has the same energy when Teofimo hits him with power shots he has never felt before.
What a fight. Who wins that? Lopez. You think Stevenson? Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've heard him on the pod. He bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer. Slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen.
The split among fans shows just how uncertain everyone is about what will happen when these two top boxers finally meet in the ring. The timing of this face-to-face sitting encounter caught a lot of attention in the boxing world because it happened at such a strategic point in the promotion. The meeting took place on December 10th in New York City, giving both fighters about 7 weeks to let the tension grow before their January 31st showdown at Madison Square Garden. Many find it notable that Turki Alshik, who is promoting the fight through his Riyadh season events, decided to hold the face-to-face so early in the promotional schedule. Observers feel this will be a strong fight skill-wise, with Shakur going up against someone who has finesse, can box effectively, and isn't just a pure puncher. Usually boxing promoters wait until fight week or weigh-in day for the most intense face-offs when emotions are at their peak and cameras can capture the drama. Sources close to the promotion reportedly explained the reason for the early meeting in an off-the-record conversation. One insider who asked to remain anonymous said that Turki wanted to generate buzz early and let the tension build over weeks, knowing that the longer the fighters have to think about what was said, the more personal the fight becomes.
On that one right there, I feel like that's going to be a good fight as far as skill-wise, as far as Shakur actually being there with somebody who got some finesse and can punch. Outside of just being a puncher, he can actually buy people.
This reported strategy appears to be working exactly as planned, with social media activity around the fight soaring since the face-to-face sitting encounter. What makes it even more interesting is Turki Alshik's involvement during parts of the meeting and the press conference. Verified reports say Turkey actually joined by phone to speak to both fighters and the small crowd present. During the call, he reportedly said that whoever wins this fight will have a huge match in May and emphasized that it is an important fight whether it's Shakur or Teofimo. This confirmation that the winner has a major fight lined up adds even more pressure for both champions. Many believe the May fight could be against Ryan Garcia-Gervonta Davis, or possibly a move up in weight for a super fight scenario. The face-to-face also gave insight into how both fighters see their own strengths and their opponent's weaknesses. Witnesses say Teofimo Lopez reportedly made it clear that he thinks his unpredictability is his biggest advantage.
Against Lomachenko, he was at his very best. That was the best he can do. I don't think he can do nothing better than that. So
self-projection.
What I seen from that fight, I feel like I'm way better than them guys. With Lomachenko, like I said, he didn't throw punches for 6
Objection.
rounds. For 6 rounds. So if you ain't throw punches for 6 rounds and you get in front of me,
man, you was a
I just don't know. I would have beat Lomachenko that night easy too. That's how I feel.
Fanboy of Loma.
Wait a second, you objected. Hold on a second. You just objected.
I like Lomachenko. I like Lomachenko.
You just objected. You want to tell him how much you like him again? I think you like him. You keep telling him.
Objection. What?
Tell everyone.
False accusation.
You gotta think, right? That's okay.
I can't wait to beat this clown, bro. This dude is a clown.
Focus on me.
Better have that chin ready, baby.
Sources say that during the face-off, Lopez reportedly stated that every fight shows a different version of himself, and that no one knows which version will appear, including Shakur, and that this unpredictability is what makes him dangerous, because he can box brawl or do whatever is needed to win. This comment matches what Teofimo allegedly said at the official press conference, emphasizing that even he doesn't know which version of himself will show up on fight night. Shakur reportedly responded by arguing that Teofimo's unpredictability is actually a weakness disguised as a strength. One witness claimed that Shakur told Teofimo that not having a consistent game plan shows a lack of elite boxing fundamentals, and added that real elite fighters don't need to rely on being unpredictable because they outbox opponents with pure skill. This exchange highlights the key difference in how these two fighters approach boxing and how they view their own abilities.
Cool. You know this nigga can fight, right? Cool, like, nah, bro, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we all excited about the fight, bro. Like, we all know what's at stake. Like, we've been knowing Teofimo since we was 12 or 13 years old and amateurs, bro. Like, we all been winning nationals together. Now we're pro having to fight each other, so Teo know who he fighting.
Perhaps the most revealing part of the face-to-face sitting encounter came when both fighters were asked about their amateur backgrounds and whether it matters for this professional bout. For context, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez have a long history that goes back to their amateur days when they were both rising stars in USA boxing. During the face-off, sources say that Shakur allegedly brought up their previous amateur matches as evidence that he already knows how to handle Teofimo and has the advantage going into this fight.